handsome John Douglas troll me on this because he's had a bad week. So I'm trying to. I'll be the brunt of your angst, of your disappointment.
I don't know if there's much angst, but we've got Jun v. Burn, so someone's gonna get angsty. That's for show.
Good.
So.
Oh man, Matt Robinson with the stiff riffle on the Burn card.
Yeah, I mean they're just a bunch of mountains. Who gives a hoot? Who gives a bolt?
All right, Michael Farrell with blinged out Jund.
Yeah, hopefully Matthew refrains from the hard riffle there.
You'll notice that Farrell's deck is approximately 3 inches taller than any other deck in the tournament. Because it probably has 6 sets of sleeves on it.
Likely. It looks like Matthew's going to have an opening Goblin Guide. Unfortunately, we didn't get the camera switched over fast enough to see who's on the play.
That's okay. Is it just like a 5th edition mountain? Oh, I'm so in on this.
Yeah, that's solid. Both keeping 7s.
And
Jund on the play.
Okay.
Thoughtseize. The jig is up, but at what cost?
Oh man,
This
4
is
lands is
an
a lot.
atrocious hand.
It's not a good burn hand. I think he was keeping it on the Goblin Guide. I mean, if you keep the Goblin Guide, the hand's very good.
Oh, and he draws another land.
Yeah,
we need to start fetching.
Literally every land draw for Matthew is just
stone dead.
miserable.
So this is not a 5th edition mountain.
Oh, it's not?
No, this mountain is from the Unhinged set.
Oh, the one currently in play.
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure he has a 5th edition one in his hand.
I'm 100% sure you're wrong, so he just revealed his hand.
What was the white bordered card then?
A 4th edition Lightning Bolt.
Oh, okay, I see.
And here's a Goyf. This thing's already a monster.
It's a 3/4. So Goblin Guide is effectively shut off.
Yeah, you just hold it back. Someday he'll swing it with that Goyf, and then the floodgates will open.
How do you feel about Inspiring Vantage in these burn decks? We're seeing that as a thing in before, like, so there was a lot of like red-green burn variations before that never played Copperline Gorge.
Correct.
So Inspiring Vantage in these decks is interesting.
Yeah, not a huge fan, but
I feel like a lot of times players get excited because cards are new.
Yeah. I think it's solid. So, like, the reason you play these fast lands is because you want to have very good mana early. And because in the burn deck you don't really care that much about your life total, you're perfectly fine firing off, 10 to 12 fetches or however many you're going to play.
Right.
So these Inspiring Vantages just reduce the number of hits on your fetches. I don't know that they actually provide any tangible value. Like, the first Inspiring Vantage is probably better than the first Plains if you're that hard up for white mana.
Okay.
Plus, in an ideal world, you're never going to have more than 3 lands as the burn deck. Obviously, this is not that world.
Right. So we had a nice bit of attendance today.
Yeah, we had like 12 people.
32 players.
32?
You don't have to yell into the mic.
Sometimes I do.
No. No, actually, it's never necessary.
It's always. I want to make sure people can hear me.
People can hear you. I promise.
I don't know.
I'm just saying. I mean, you can raise your voice without worrying about yelling. I don't want to damage anybody's hearing.
We're gonna agree to disagree on that one.
You're wrong. All right.
Goblin Guide is
Goblin Guide.
less than exciting here.
Do you have just Goblin Guides and lands?
With Farrell at 9, he's got a path to victory.
Correct.
It's not a good one.
I think it involves a Searing Blaze.
Searing Blaze would be nice.
For this, yeah, here we go. So, Farrell's coming in for...
So 4,
10.
10 exactly.
10 exactly.
So we've got to block with this Swift Spear.
Alright, Swift Spear should block the big one. And
That's, I mean, with only one draw, there's really not anything.
That closes out any potential victories.
Draws a land,
holy
too.
Smokes.
That's a lot of land for this burn player.
Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. And I don't really think, I mean, obviously Farrell had the choice on the Thoughtseize and the sequencing of his creatures.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think that there was a lot of decisions. I think the burn deck beat itself there.
Yeah.
Which it's prone to do. Like if
yeah,
if you
it
were
can
to play,
definitely happen.
If you were to play this burn deck for 15 rounds, it's going to lose to itself once.
That's interesting. I feel like it loses to itself less than other decks, just because it's so redundant. But
well,
yeah,
no, I'm just saying like you're going to have a match where you have 2 games where you draw 6 lands.
Oh.
That's in my mind almost unwinnable.
Until you drop your Rorix.
Gosh, Rorix Bladewing. Card got time shifted, didn't he?
No, but Terex was a Grandeur legend from that Future Sight set.
Okay, I don't remember that card at all.
Let's bring up Terex Bladewing, Tarox, I believe. This card was a heater too.
Yeah?
They saw some playing standard.
What is this? What is this? Holy smokes. I had no idea this card. I played this set extensively too.
Yeah. This set's solid. Or
No-
this
no
creature's
idea.
solid too.
The creature's very good. I mean, it's good. I mean, that Grandeur ability is powerful. Were there more cards with that ability?
There was one in each color.
I feel like that ability is fantastic.
The only other one that was reasonable was the black one. Corlash Blackblade.
Oh, is this the one that was power and toughness equal to the swamps?
Yeah, and you could pay 2 to regenerate it, and you could pitch another copy to search for 2 swamps and put them into play.
Oh, sure. So subsequent copies just made it bigger. Oh, now here's a Eidolon of the Great Revel. 2 Eidolon of the Great Revel.
Ooh, there's a land.
I think this hand is premium.
Is this a Malta 6? Nope. We still have to get one more. Holy smokes.
This hand is very good.
Do we have anything to do on 1?
I believe we're going to suspend a Rift Bolt.
Optimal.
Yeah, I would, Alright, so, for our sticklers out there, careful with your Rift Bolts.
Very careful with your Rift Bolts.
Oh, man, we got the deck all turned around here.
Just switch the camera. I don't even want to see this.
Oh, jeez, this is another
Change the
pet
channel.
peeve.
Oh, God.
Alright.
Hard riffle. Sleeves are facing every which way.
Ooh.
I'm sure Matthew Robinson is a successful human being.
He's not a successful deck shuffler.
He needs to get his stuff together.
Alright, so Farrell's going to take 2 on killing the Eidolon on the Great Revel.
Shock himself to bolt your Eidolon.
Exactly what you want. Here might be a small downside to playing Eidolon. Is he now has enchantment and creature in the graveyard for Tarmogoyf?
Yeah, Tarmogoyf is much larger now, but that's fine. Can't really swing. He's not in any position to do anything amazing here.
Yeah, so if you're Matt Robinson, you really just start unloading on Farrell. You have Rift Bolts coming off suspend. You have a Lightning Bolt in hand.
And then Lightning Helix and Skullcrack.
Man.
To round out this damage. And most of the things that Farrell casts are going to be shocking. It's a Wooded Foothills, Taylor.
He got a Wooded Foothills into the graveyard to find his forest. Yeah, take 4. Perfect. So you'll notice that Farrell's at a multiple of 3.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, so he's at 14 now.
Uh,
Alright, so you want to lightning bolt him.
yeah, send this to the dome, I think.
Everybody, we're targeting him. Like, if you keep firing at him, you probably want to attack with the Eidolon. I'm willing to trade it off for, like, a wolf token. Lightning Helix him on your turn.
Not doing anything is probably the worst thing you could do.
Yeah. So the one constraint that the burn deck can have is the ability to cast all the spells in your hand. So you could very easily die with this deck with multiple cards in hand.
Yeah,
and if you do that, you've messed up.
Yeah.
Like, you want to spend 100% of your mana every turn. So I definitely would have lightning bolted there.
So he's in a very control position right now, and it's not where you want to be with this deck.
I don't really think he is. So if he would have lightning bolted Farrell at the end of his turn, Farrell would have been at 8. Matt would have been at 11. I'm alright with the Rift Bolt going to the Huntmaster because it can cause you problems. I'm sorry, Matt would have been at 9. You attack with the Eidolon here. Mike's probably going to trade off with the Wolf token because that's just pure value for him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to Lightning Helix him to 5. Untap Bolt.
Yeah, the world's your oyster at that point.
And you're at 8 plus 3. You're back at 11. Or you're at 12. I'm sorry, you went to 9, 12. Yeah, and I don't think Farrell can really deal you. I don't think Farrell could have dealt you 12 damage in that situation. Oh, don't start targeting creatures. See, and if you would have just not done that, just like if you can block the Tarmogoyf if you want to, but skull cracking Farrell when he casts the Finks.
Oh yeah, it's a huge.
It's just like a humongous swing. That makes the skull crack worth 5. Yeah, so you just have to. I mean, the burn deck can be difficult because you get so excited. You've got all these cards in hand, and like you can just like. Cast a lot of spells. There's a lot of different options, but sometimes you just have to sit there and do the math.
Yeah.
And I think if he would have done the math on the previous turn, what his lines were, he would have been. I mean, he definitely would have won this game. I think.
Yeah, I think he's definitely was in the driver's seat. Not so much anymore.
Because with the line I described, the Finks coming into play, he had the 2 lands untapped because we were going to bolt at the end of his turn.
Right. He definitely needs Farrell to cast a creature that gets hit here. So if he plays like another Goyf post-combat or something like that. You almost have to chump at this point, though. You're not in great shape.
Correct.
I mean, you do have to chump or kill a guy. And I do not advocate killing this Kitchen Finks.
No.
I guess you could bolt it and then skull crack him in response, but that feels awful. You're taking 4 to do that.
Yeah, and only deal him 3.
I think you just chump the Tarmogoyf. Well, that's a thing.
There's 1,000% that this was the wrong line. Okay, it's even more the wrong line. Now that Farrell had Liliana, I mean... So, holy smokes. What are you going to do now?
You're just lose.
You're just his...
Yeah, you just got junded.
Yeah, well, he let it happen to him.
Yeah.
He let... Oh, jeez. He just... So what you saw there was he let Farrell...
Junned him out.
Get so much card advantage on his bigger creatures that cost less than the burn player's creatures, and you just have to do the math sometimes on where's the line to win me the game?
Right. The line was definitely not casting a lightning bolt at the end of that one turn. Rift bolting the Huntmaster was not great, but